Let's take a look at problem number 9. Factor using the key number method. Now again, on these factoring ones, I'm not going to tell you which method to use, but these, just in the study guide, I'm telling you which types you need to know for the test. On test, it'll just say factor. You have to determine the type. Okay, so for our first example here, we got 30x squared minus 23x plus 2. There's no GCF. Grouping, 4 more terms. No, it doesn't fit. PST's close, but there's a number in front of the x squared. Key number. X squared, x, no x. There's a number for the x squared. With the key number, we're going to take the number at the beginning times the number at the end, ignoring signs if one of them was negative. 30 times 2 gives us 60. We're going to come up with our 3 columns. The P column, all the products give us 60. 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, 6 times 10. Add those. 61, 32, 23, 19, 17, and 16. Difference column, we subtract them. 60 minus 1 is 59. 30 minus 2 is 28. 17, 11, 7, and 4. Now, the number we're looking for is a number in our middle term, which is 23, which is right here, which means we're going to use in 3 and 20. And how we're going to use it is we're going to rewrite our middle term using those 2 numbers. Now, our note on the sign still holds true. A larger number in the P column, the 20, is always going to be the same sign as our middle term, which is negative. So that's a negative 20x. If the number you circled is in the S column, S for same signs, both of them positive, both negative. Since the 20 was negative, then the 3 will be negative. Now, if it was in the difference column, that's different signs. One's positive, one's negative. Then I factor by grouping. My first group has a 10x in common, and that gives us 3x minus 2. My second group doesn't have anything in common, but our first term is negative. Remember, with GCF, if your first term is negative, you always factor out a negative. And that leaves us 3x minus 2. Now, our goal is to get those parentheses the same, which they are, so I can factor that out. So I got 3x minus 2. And you cross out what's inside the parentheses to see what goes in your second set of parentheses. So I got 10x minus 1. And that's our answer. Let's look at the next one. We've got 9x squared minus 29x plus 6. GCF, no. Grouping, 4 more terms, no. PSD doesn't work. There's a number in front of the x squared. Key number, x squared, x, no x. There's a number in front of the x squared. So we're going to take the number at the beginning times the number at the end. So 9 times 6, and it gives us 54. Write down all products, give us 54. 1 times 54, 2 times 27, 3 times 18. 4, don't think so. 5, no. 6 times 9. Add them. 1 plus 54 is 55. 2 plus 27 is 29. 3 plus 18 is 21. 6 plus 9 is 15. Subtract them. 54 minus 1 is 53. 27 minus 2 is 25. 18 minus 3 is 15. 9 minus 6 is 3. The number we're looking for is a number in our middle term, which is 29, which is right here, which means I use 2 and 27. Remember our note on our signs. The larger number in the P column, which is a 27, is going to be the same sign as the middle term always. Middle term's negative, so that's a negative 27x. If the number I circled is in the S column, S for same signs. If it's in the D column, D for different signs. This is same signs, so both positive or both negative. And if a 27 is negative, then the 2 has to be negative. And then factor by grouping. My first group has a 9x in common, and that gives me x minus 3. Second group has a 2 in common, and my first term is negative, so I'll factor out a negative 2. And that gives us x minus 3. Now again, our goal is to get those parentheses the same, which they are. So I'll factor out x minus 3. And remember, you can cross out what's inside of parentheses to see what goes in your second set of parentheses, which is 9x minus 2. And that's our answer.